get that box. The one, that little box you
Oh,
had.
I got it. Yep.
This one don't fall. There you go.
In there.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ruach
Ruach Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation and much love to Akim out there pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. And we're the brothers from Great Millstone, Tampa. I'm the brother Ash.
Kwame Shala.
And we're just out here doing another live lesson. Lord's will is edifying to the hopeful elect. And, as you see the title of the video, that's what we're praying unto the Lord for, mercy. All right, which you're going to need that mercy of the Lord in these last days. All right, in these evil times that we're living in. All right, because there's no other way out. All right, because you've seen what's happened to our people over the time. All right, they defied the Lord, and He wouldn't show them any mercy, and they would get consumed. But then He would show them mercy, and they would be all right. Then they go back to worshiping their idols, and this is where the Lord draws the line. There's no more going back. So only the elect are going to come up out of Egypt this time. All right, because the Lord showed mercy on all of Israel, and He saw how that went. A bunch of ungrateful assholes. And that's our people, man, for you, stiff-necked people. But the Lord is only going to show mercy upon the elect this time. But real quick, let me get this actually first. This is 1 Peter 2, and I'll start at 9. I'll start at 9. Gets to the point. This is the 2 Peter's. Oh, it's not here. 1 Peter's actually. It was 1 Peter's 2 and 9. It says, "But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that you should show forth the praises of Him who hath called you out of darkness into His marvelous light." Right, and this is that generation that is speaking of, the one we living in. All right, the brothers you see out there on the highways and byways, the Lord has called us out of darkness, and that's mercy in itself. All right, because we was living in gross darkness, man, living in sinful ways and just doing despicable acts, and the Lord had mercy on us and allowed us to escape that. And so how much more will His ultimate mercy be when the salvation comes? Verse 10, here's the point. It says, which in time past were not a people, right? Because in time past, we didn't even know who we were. The majority of our people were lost in the sauce. As it is this day, they continue to be lost in the sauce. But the Lord is bringing forth His elect to come back unto the true heritage, all right? The true names, all right, so that they can come back unto the Lord and serve Him in truth and sincerity, so that they may give an acceptable sacrifice, so they can obtain an atonement, all right, which ultimately was Yahushai. But you still have to do something. Just because Yahushai went up on that cross, see, that's a nonsense concept anyway. Oh, because Jesus died, the whole world would be saved. What? So you can just be a flaming faggot, demon your whole life, and the Lord died for you, so you good? No, that's not what it's about. You need to repent. The Lord, why would the Lord die for the whole world, but He nonstop kept telling people repent? Why would He say that? Because obviously you need to change your ways. It says, which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of the Most High, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. There you go. And this is the time where we're getting the ultimate mercy, like never seen before on the face of the earth, because it's gonna. Oh yeah, that big motherfucker, gator. Yeah, but hey, going back to Egypt, man, and gators was killing people. But this is the time where we need mercy, man, because this is gonna be the worst time ever, a time like no other. So the only way out of it is through the mercy of the Lord. That was it on that though.
This is Psalm 6 and from the top, verse 1. It says, to the chief musician of Neganoth upon Simoneth, a psalm of David. Verse 1, O Lord, rebuke me not in thine anger, neither chasten me in thy hot displeasure.
Right, and that's a prayer you should, put up every day, really, because we all fall short of the glory of the Most High. All our righteousness is filthy rags. We sin every day, whether you do it willingly or unwillingly. But that's why he said, chastise me not in thy displeasure. It's because you don't want the Lord to judge you according to your wickedness, because you're gonna be through it. But that's why you want His mercy, and to have and do those acceptable sacrifices, so that He sees you acceptable to give the mercy to. And again, it comes through the blood of Yahushai, and that's part of that is accepting who Yahushai is, acknowledging His true and holy, powerful names, acknowledging what He came for, and the body that he has set up. Go ahead.
Yep. Verse 2. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am weak.
Yeah, we are weak. We're in these weak, beggarly element bodies, man. All right, the scripture, Yahushua said it. He said the flesh is weak. The flesh is weak. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, man. And we're weak. Our bodies are prone to going after worldly lust and flesh, and we fall short. But it's the spirit. That's what the Lord's looking in the inward parts. He knows we weak. You know, he made us like this. We're in the chains of darkness, which is this flesh. So, you know, hey, have mercy on us, O Lord, because we are weak. You know, we're susceptible to these worldly things and these carnal things, but the spirit overcomes that. If you're truly in the spirit, all right, walking it, not after the flesh, but after the spirit, then you're going to be able to overcome things, you know, that according to this world are very desirable. We're not chasing after the things of this world that are desirable. We're chasing after what's desirable unto the Lord.
It reads, "O Lord, heal me, for my bones are vexed."
Hey, how does the Lord do that, man? He sent his only begotten son to heal. Did not the Lord come and heal the sick, cleanse the leper? And matter of fact, that's what he told his disciples to go do. But it begins by being healed with the word first and foremost, right? The word it heals you. But what the Lord said, he gonna come with healing in his wings. So ultimately, we're gonna be healed 100%. But right now, it begins with the spirit, right? This is just to prove back that up. This is Matthew 10, and I'll just go straight to the 7. It says, and as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. So that begins within you, and it begins through the word cleansing you, all right, healing you, all right, casting out devils from you, and then ultimately that power comes from on high. So those men that do get cleansed, they can go forth and do that physically. Physically sick, and in turn that's going to heal them spiritually as well, you know, just like as we were healed through the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is Yahweh made flesh. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 3, my soul is also sore vexed, but thou, O Lord, how long?
Yeah, our souls crying out, man. Our souls are give intercession for things we don't even groan you know, or pray for, because our soul knows. You know, again, we're in these bodies. We're in the captivity, man, within our own bodies, man. But you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
It freed us mentally. You know, that's why we're waiting on the Yahushai, that warden. You know, all right, because we still behind the bars, being a flesh, but we're freed. We're just waiting on that sentence to be up. You know, and Yahushai is on his way. He's walking towards us, man, with the keys. It's just a matter of time, and we were talking about that earlier, man. We just have to wait. It's already done. The scriptures say the kingdom is prepared. You know, the kingdom is within. All right, hold fast to that which thou hast. I have fought the good fight. So all we have to do is just wait patiently for Yahushua to do his thing, because he's coming back, you know, and simultaneously wait and suffer for his name's sake, and take all the hell that hey, bro, because it's going to be a reward, man. It's for a crown of glory. Keep on up.
Yep.
Verse 4, Psalm 6 and verse 4. Return, O Lord. Deliver my soul, O save me, for thy mercy's sake.
For thy mercy's sake, for his name's sake, the Lord's gonna do this, man. All right, and you should use those scriptures when you pray to the Lord, man. Hey, Lord, for thy name's sake, how long, man? Come deliver us, man, out of this wicked and vile. I mean, there's no limit to the words we can describe this place, man. It's fucking disgusting, you know. From the moment you wake up to the moment you lay down your head, this is nothing but vexing. That's why even our souls are vexed, man.
We can't even keep the laws of our power in this land. You know, the scriptures say in Revelation where he was spiritually crucified, man. You know, so we can't even keep our laws and our statutes and our commandments of our power to serve him in righteousness and 100% in the land of our captivity.
And
so
that's how we know. That's how we know we're in a wicked world, because we're trying to uphold righteousness and we're looked at as evil.
Right.
We tell you something according to the scriptures, and to these people that claim to believe in God and Jesus, and they look at us like we're crazy, like we're murderers or something, you know, which that's okay, because they looked at the Lord the same way. All right, you know, it even worse, really. You know, the real persecution ain't even come to us yet, but you know how they treated the Lord, and he was nothing but righteous. You know, he didn't do no ill to nobody.
Yep.
You know, he did miracles, and they still hated him. He healed people. Oh, you gonna heal somebody on the Sabbath? You know, it's like, yo, you can't win with these niggas, man.
He raised a little girl from the dead, man. And he told them to get out because you're unbelief.
They were mocking him, man.
Laughing at Yahushua. How many times people laughed at Yahushua, but they needed him, you know? Continue on.
What verse was that?
Verse 4.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Verse 5, it says, Psalm 6 and 5, for in death there is no remembrance of thee.
Right. So that's why we need mercy now, man. We don't need mercy once we dead. That's why we want the mercy so we don't die. All right, which we understand death. That's another story.
Yeah.
But we want the mercy so that we can receive that salvation, man, and not taste of death. Yahushua said there be some standing here that shall not taste of death.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's not 10 brothers, bro.
Yeah.
There's a scripture saying
Even
Jeremiah.
just talking to the disciples there, you know, he was talking in general about the elect.
Kind of.
Go ahead, though.
Jeremiah 16. A greater deliverance coming than when we were delivered from ancient Egypt. So I always be meditating on that through the Spirit too. Like the Lord said, a greater deliverance is getting ready to happen. So you got to see yourself, if you really believe in Yahweh Shai, being a part of that deliverance, you know.
And clearly he wasn't referring to that time, because all of them that heard that what he said, they all died except for John.
Yeah.
So they all died. So what you know? Yeah, clearly he was talking about a prophecy to come. That's a prophecy in itself. He said there'll be some standing here that shall not taste of death. They all died. Even John, he didn't die like they did. He wasn't. The Romans didn't kill him, but he went to the island Patmos, died of old age, but he died. You know. So now there's men here. You know, some will be martyrs, but they'll be risen up. But there are going to be a lot of the elect, because the prophets have been ridiculed, mocked, scoffed at, beaten, killed throughout all our lifetimes. Now it's time for the Lord to show his mercy and his power through those men that hazarded their lives for this word, so that you're gonna see them go up into them chariots. You know, you're not gonna be able to do a damn thing about it. You know, you can laugh and scoff all you want, but when that time comes, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. That's why the scriptures say we're gonna have abundance, and the heathen shall envy us and not be able to do nothing. So what you gonna do, boy?
Yep. Good. And continue on, continue on.
Okay.
Okay.
That was pretty much the point. Yeah, I want to hit. I mean, you might as well finish chapter. Only a couple. Yeah, kind of.
Right. I'll read verse 5 from the top again. Psalm 6 and verse 5. For in death there is no remembrance of thee. In the grave who shall give thee thanks? I am weary with my groaning. All the night make I my bed to swim.
That's the tears. It's so much tears, man. And we are lamenting, man. That's the spirit. We're in the house of mourning. It's better to be in the house of mourning, all right, than the house of feasting, man. Because we understand the tables are gonna turn very soon. Our mourning, or what's it called? Our sorrow is gonna be turned into joy, and their joy, all right, their mirth is gonna be turned into woes and sorrows, man. So we rather suffer now so that we can be glorified with the Lord in these last days, and especially most importantly when he returns. You know, because we're gonna be glorifying Yahweh Shai in these last days when the judgment is all around us and we cool as a cucumber, man. People dying left and right, and we gonna be good. You know.
Yep. Continue on. I water my couch with my tears. My eye is consumed because of the grief. It waxeth old because of all my enemies.
And we have enemies on every side, man. You know, King David's story, that's a beautiful story, because it's the house of David's story, man. Well, we would be going through enemies on every side, man. Our own people hate us, you know, but those that truly love Yahweh Shai was stuck with King David, you know. The rest stuck with King Saul, the house of Saul, which waxed worse and worse, and then the house of David grew stronger and stronger, man. It's what you see today.
Their unbelief. What's that in Romans? It says not mixed with faith.
Yep.
The Lord started to separate the houses because of their unbelief. You know, and that's why the Lord is only dealing with men who have faith. You know, that's why the scripture is so heavy on having faith within thyself. Examine thyself whether you be in the faith or not. Because the Lord is cutting off everybody. He's sifting everybody that do not believe in his mercy. The scripture says, great as his majesty is, so is his mercy. And we're cleaving to that.
That's the thing. The faith, real faith, is what's going to lead to that mercy. You know, so with faith without, you can't get mercy without faith, man. You know, because you don't believe. So why is the Lord going to have mercy on you? You're an unbeliever, and you shall die in your iniquity or in your unbelief.
What's that? What you say? If he dies, he dies. You know? Verse 7. My eye is consumed because of grief. It waxeth old because of all my enemies. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity, for the Lord have heard the voice of my weeping.
Yeah, and that's what you people should be very afraid of. The Lord hearing our voice of weeping. You workers of iniquity, you better get from around us. Because we don't want to be around you when judgment comes. And if we are around you, guess what? The Lord's going to pass or pass over us. You know? Because what? We're covered with the blood of Yahweh. We're covered with the blood of the Lamb, which is the mercy. Because what? Yahweh is the one that sits on the mercy seat. You know, you had in the matter of fact, we were looking in this book here, the book of biblical charts and maps and timelines. Well, you had the mercy seat in the the temple, right? Well, guess who's that? That's Yahweh. And then he had the two cherubims and the mercy seat. That's Yahweh, man. Because what? That was behind the veil. All right, that was in the Holy of Holies. Well, guess what? Yahweh rent the veil when he gave her the ghost, and he's the mercy seat now. You know. Go ahead.
God, verse 9. The Lord have heard my supplication. Yahweh Shai will receive my prayer. Let all my enemies be ashamed and sore vexed. Let them return and be ashamed suddenly.
So you're gonna be ashamed, you know, and sore vexed. So you vex us and give us hell, but soon you're gonna be vexed and catching hell, while the Lord is taking care of His servants. You know. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, can I say this real quick?
Yeah,
Deuteronomy 30:7. Like you said, they're gonna, the Lord is gonna flip. The Lord is gonna flip the curses on our enemies, man, and they're feeling that. They feeling it, you know.
Yeah, and it's gonna begin with our people, man. Yeah. Of course, the heathen gonna get it. That's a known fact. But you 2/3, the ones that came up against the Lord 2,000 years ago, you ain't getting off scot-free. You asked for it, you're gonna get it. What they say? Let the blood be on our children. You know. Well, so there you go. You asked for it, you're gonna get it.
I got you. Isaiah 54:7. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. And we're guided by this word. You know, that's the great mercies of the Lord. Like the brother said earlier, you know, the mercy starts with this word. That's in the book of Baruch, the 5th chapter. All right, we're coming. Look at thy sons coming from the east, gathered from the west by the word of the Holy One, man. The Lord is gathering us together. He's assembling the body. All right, the unity of the faith. Okay, and the brotherhood is waxing strong, like the brother said, in the house of David, man. That's what the Lord is. That's what the Lord is dealing with, His beloved. Hear, O ye my beloved, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same, man. Verse 8, in a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, said the Lord thy Redeemer.
Con, go ahead.
Can I get the etymology of mercy?
Yeah.
All right, this is the etymology of mercy. It's from the 1200s. It says, I read how it says, God's forgiveness of His creatures. Offenses, from Old French, mercy, reward, gift, kindness, grace, pity, reward, wages. All right, jump down a little bit. It says, it was given a specific application to the heavenly reward earned by those who show kindness to the helpless and those from whom no requital can be expected. And that's Yahweh. He's the top guy. You know, he's giving out a heavenly reward to us, man. And that's told us to St. Matthew's 22:9 to go out, all right, and as many as you find bid into the marriage, because the Lord is giving us, He's granting us mercy, Lord, when we be the elect, so that we can show kindness, we can show mercy to others, man. You know, and simultaneously we're washing away our sins. You know, we're cleaning ourselves with the word, you know.
Yep.
So,
let me look for something real quick.
Can I get something else real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, this is, let me get this in the book of Psalms real quick. I was looking it up. You know, because the Lord, matter of fact, this is, I was going to get this earlier through the Spirit, because we're commanded to put on this way of lifestyle, man. This is Colossians 3 and right to the point, verse 12. Put on, therefore, as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. Read this in the NLT. Since the Most High chose you to be the holy people He loves, you must clothe yourselves with tender-hearted mercy, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. And these attributes, these traits, is making you into a God. That's what the Lord is doing, because these are the traits of the Heavenly Father. That's why He's telling us to put on that, so that we can our people, the elect of our people, they can see that and gravitate towards that righteousness, man. You know, because we're clothing ourselves with mercy. We're clothing ourselves with tender love and kindness. What the scripture say in Psalms? There's he say the unity of the brotherhood. You know, the brotherly love is kindness. You know, it's beautiful, man. So let's putting us on that, so we can put the 1/3 on, man. You know. That's on that out there.
This is
Got some.
well, let me get it. You got something?
Yeah, I got some
All right,
else.
go ahead,
Yep. This is Psalms. Oh man, this is Psalms 30 and 5. For his angels tell us in 2 Corinthians chapter that the spirit is being renewed day by day. A new set of mercies every day. He's loading us with daily benefits. Okay, so as we get closer and closer to the end, the Lord is getting ready to increase the faith, man. He's getting ready to increase the mercy on his believers. All right, because the scriptures say, verily he is a power that hideth himself, but he's magnifying himself through us. And the closer to the end, the more he's going to show who he's really dealing with. That's why I say, then shall be his life. Yeah, and the Lord is increasing us in the life of Yahweh, who is our life. You see, in his doctrine, in his truth, in order. And it says, weeping may endure for a night. Yeah, because Edom's kingdom is a bad dream. You know, we're living in a nightmare, man. But it says, but joy cometh in the morning. And who is that day star? Who is that morning star? Yahweh Shai. And he already entered into, showed us the mercy, and now he's getting ready to physically show us the mercy.
Yeah, so you have more?
No, that's it.
Okay, kind of. So we'll end off on this. This is an excerpt from this book here. All right, it's called Rose Books of Bible Charts, Maps, and Timelines. Right there. There we go. Yeah, that shit was just fine. There we go. All right, so this is on page 114. It says, I'm going to, they got different points here, but point 9 says most holy place. Referred to this earlier, says the most holy place, holy of holies, was God's throne, where he would meet and give his commands between the two cherubim seat over the Ark of the Covenant. The high priest sprinkled blood on the mercy seat on the Day of Atonement to atone for their sins of the people for that year. So what is our ultimate atonement? Yahweh Shai. All right, so this is Hebrews 4, and I'll start at 14, Hebrews 4 and 14. It says, seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Yahweh Shai, the Son of the Most High, let us hold fast our profession. Because remember what we just read in this book, it said that the high priest would come and sprinkle the blood onto the mercy seat. Well, Yahweh Shai is that high priest, right? After the order of Melchizedek, okay? And that blood sprinkled is what? It's not the blood of goats and lambs, it's his blood now. It says, so it says, let us hold fast our profession, because Yahweh Shai went into the heavens, right? Verse 15, because what? He was that perfect sacrifice. Verse 15, for we have not, you wanted to add something?
Real quick, because you said something that was a heavy point. And that's why everybody wasn't at that table when Yahweh Shai said, take this bread, for it is my body, drink this wine, for it is my blood. It was only his disciples. Yep. And that's why he said in St. John the 17th chapter, the man that thou hast given me, they are mine. And all mine are thine. So he's getting ready to show who his men are, man. You know, who he's getting ready to show mercy on through them and their women and their children in these last days that we're coming into, man.
Okay. Back in Hebrews 4 and 15, for we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. Exactly, because Yahweh Shai was perfect. That's why he was the ultimate sacrifice, the unblemished lamb. Verse 16, here's the point. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. So we're going to need that mercy and grace in the time of need. And how were we able to obtain that? It was through the blood of Yahweh Shai, man. Him being our high priest that has passed into the heavens, sitting on the right-hand side of the Lord. All right, so we don't need the physical temple. We are the temple, and he's that mercy seat, you know.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures say, until a day star arise in your heart, in the mind, so that he's in us, man. Yep. You know, and two here, 3 here. How much more simultaneously when you have camps of Zaquani and Wa'akim? Yahweh Shai is.
And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's all I had. Yeah. So So with that, Lord's will, this was edifying. Hey, pray for mercy because we gonna need it.
Yeah.
All right, the elect will need it in these last days. Sometimes that we've entered into already.
Mm-hmm.
Progressively going to get worse and worse. All right, and only through the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shemel Shai will you be able to escape it, these said perils. So with that, we're going to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ruach Kodash.
double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone who were well. Salutation and much love to Yakima that pushing out his word and truth into the city. With that, say shalom.
Shalom.